Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Blackmail Advice TV. I am your host, Ringo, and we are back with another video. Yeah, that's right. What we're going to pretty much talk about tonight is the subject matter of pretty modern women think they're special. Yeah. It's amazing how the modern woman who believe she's pretty feel that somehow she is above reproach. She believed that she deserves all the attention. She believed that nothing bad is supposed to happen to her because, after all, if you're pretty, you're exempt. You know, that's how it is with modern women that believe they're pretty. You know, like pretty girl privilege. You know, the pretty girl believed that she could get into any party she want. She believed it's just impossible for a man to have a negative opinion of her because she's pretty, right? And this is why the Bible says that beauty is vain. Because women who walk around believing and saying and hearing that they're beautiful all day long, they become extremely wicked. It's one thing to be confident in who you are. It's another thing to be extremely conceited, arrogant, to the point that because you look a certain way, you believe that you just supposed to have this flawless life. And you know what's very sad about this is that you feel that you're above everybody because of your looks. And this is primarily something that affects women. You walk around with this mindset of thinking you're above every other woman because of your outer so-called beauty. So what about the woman who is not as attractive as you? I guess she's not supposed to have anything, right? And see, that's the arrogance of the whole thing. You feel because you're pretty, you're fine, you got a nice body, that somehow the woman who is not on your so-called beauty level, she don't deserve any attention. Right? And this is why some of the most beautiful women are some of the most arrogant, conceited, and wicked type of women. Because they come at you with a mask. Their mask is covered by makeup, mascara, lashes, foundation, but they really have no solid foundation to stand on. I want to take a look at this particular footage here. This is footage from that same woman, that thick chick that was literally, I don't know if she was having a nervous breakdown on camera. I don't know. But she definitely have some screws loose. But I want you to listen to this particular video, and we're going to react to this because what I find in this video, there's a lot of manipulation going on. Not only a lot of manipulation, but a lot of arrogance. And if you read behind the lines, you can see that everything that the woman is saying is all cap, and it's designed to trigger certain emotions in people in hopes that she could get the attention that she actually wants. So let's take a look at this and see exactly what's going on. Let's go.
Listen, nobody talks about the bullying that pretty girls go through. Like growing up, I did not know that you get bullied just because you're pretty.
Now, we have to stop here and just laugh. She said literally that she didn't know that when you are growing up, that you would be bullied if you're a pretty girl. So in her mind, she's expecting that the only females that should get bullied is women that are ugly. This is what I mean. This is the arrogance. Because while they're talking, you have to look behind what they're saying, because she wanted to sound as if though she had this horrible upbringing of young ladies bullying her because of her looks, right? And she's so shocked that this could happen to her. Now you have to think about this, right? And you have to listen carefully to what she say to see the amount of arrogance and the amount of cap that's involved here. Because she don't believe that a woman who is attractive deserve the type of treatment that she claimed she was receiving. Right? Let's listen to some more.
And I grew up very insecure, thinking that something was wrong with me. Like, I thought I was ugly. I genuinely thought it was hard to hear the words, "You're beautiful."
Now, this is just all cap. You understand? She's basically making it seem that for some reason she thought that she was ugly. Now, if she felt and thought that way, how does she look at the young ladies who wasn't so-called pretty like her? Do you see my point? She already thought back then that she was better than all the other girls. Henceforth, why she was being bullied. Because she was most likely, tooting her nose up at people, thinking she's too good to talk to people, didn't want to be around nobody. So all the other girls took an issue with that. And she probably had things to say like, my hair is longer than yours. You don't got no hair. See, she's not telling you the truth about what was going on. Because, see, we all were in junior high. We were all in high school. And we knew about the so-called popular girls, right? They were very arrogant, very conceited, right? I mean, at least for me in high school and junior high, we used to call girls out on all of that. We made them understand that it doesn't matter how pretty you are. That is not going to put you in some special club. You know what I'm saying? We didn't judge women by, how pretty she is. We just judged the sisters that was on point and cool. You know what I mean? Sisters that was fun to be around. Those are the ones we wanted around us. The ones who thought they were like God's gift to the earth, that we just left them alone. And it would drive them crazy because they're trying to figure out why nobody ain't all up on them. And it's because you're not a friendly person to be around. We could look at you and know that you're looking down on all the other ladies. All right, let's go.
Long time, even in my adulthood.
So even in her adulthood, she still felt insecure, even while being an adult. And if someone would say, hey, beautiful, she would think that she's ugly. So if she would think that she's ugly, right, then in her mind, she believed that she's better than the ugly girls. Right? So she don't mind the fact that if you're unattractive, you're supposed to be bullied. You're supposed to be treated bad. She believes that. See, in her mind, she already know that unattractive women, in her mind you, she believed that unattractive women don't deserve attention. She believes she's supposed to get all the attention. So her growing up in school, she's trying to figure out, listen, I know I look good, so why everybody upset with me? It's because you're arrogant. Let's go.
Because I didn't know that was the reason. And I remember going to a new school, and girls wanted to fight me. They didn't like me for no reason. I never had a conversation.
How could somebody not like you for no reason? People hate you for a reason. You know what I mean? Now, if you are a young lady who's in school and you never speak, there's no reason for no one to even say anything. But once people start to hear you speak and they see how you move, you're going to gather to yourself people that like you and people that hate you. And I can guarantee you in your youthful days in school, I'm pretty sure you had a lot of things to say and it got under a lot of young ladies' skin. Henceforth, why they treated you a certain way. But see, I can read behind the lines. What you're really trying to do is put out a video that is sentimental and, can affect the emotions of a lot of young ladies who may have walked that very path. Because typically in most modern women's mind, all of them think that they're just beautiful women. And they don't understand that beauty is more than just the physicality of a woman in terms of the outer appearance. If you judge a woman in terms of being beautiful, it goes into all aspects of her entire existence, not just the outer shell, but also her spirit, also her character. You know what I'm saying? How she treat you, her level of humility, Is she a humble sister? Does she know how to have a good conversation? What's her personality like? All of these things identify the beauty of a woman. So if you just judge a woman based on how fat her behind is and how pretty her face look, then what is that going to profit you as a man if that's all you have and she have nothing else to offer you? Do you understand me? So modern women are living under a false identity of thinking that because of their flesh that they deserve to be treated a certain way. But if you feel you're supposed to be treated a certain way because of how you look, then what about all the young ladies who are born and had no control over how they look or the standard of what they claim beauty is in this wicked land? What about them? How do they deal with the issues they got? Think about that. So this woman, she really don't care about all of you ladies out there that are considered unattractive. She don't care about you. She only cares about herself. Let's go.
With them, they just didn't like me. And a girl actually came up to me and told me, she was like, they don't like you because you're beautiful.
They don't like you because you're beautiful? If you really believe you're beautiful, modern woman, don't wear no makeup. If you really believe you're beautiful, don't wear no eyelashes. Don't put on no foundation. Don't put on no lipstick. Just use your bare face as it is. And let's see what that beautiful look like. Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You can have a sister that a lot of guys don't like, and then another brother, he find her very attractive. You see what I'm saying? So truthfully speaking, even if we look at a woman and we believe, well, oh, she's unattractive or whatever, she might be unattractive to you. But to another brother, she's the bomb. You have to understand that. It's all based on personal preference. You know what I'm saying? You got some brothers, they like dark-skinned chicks. That some like light skin, brown skin. Some brothers like all sisters. They just don't care what it is. As long as it's a woman. You know what I mean? Let's go.
And before that moment, it had never hit me that was the reason.
It never hit you that was the reason? Come on. You knew why they didn't like you. Because you were using your so-called beauty to get them mad. And that's typical of a lot of modern women is they know they look a certain way. So what they do is they enhance how they look with makeup, with filters, and so forth. And they want to be like this model in school, this model online. And they do it not because necessarily to attract a man. They do it most of the time to compete with other women. Do you understand? So it's like a lot of times women will use their beauty as a weapon to not only thirst trap men, but also to attack women, to make them get jealous, to make them look at them and be like, man, I wish I looked like her. And the thing is, you wishing you look like another woman when she's all filtered out. That's not how she really look when she get up in the morning. I mean, you should see some of these sisters when they get up in the morning. They do not look pleasant. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you brothers, you looking at these women on the gram and you thinking that she wake up in the morning looking like a goddess. No. Sometimes she wake up looking like a monster. Breath smelling all stank. Hair looking crazy. Crust on her eyes. You know, she need to take a shower. Y'all be thinking women just be looking good and fabulous all day. Ain't the case, man. Let's go.
And that also travels into adulthood because I'm friendly. I talk to anyone. I'm confident.
What she's basically saying is, please like all my videos, like me. I'm not a conceited girl. Just because I look good, don't feel that I'm trying to be conceited. So like all my videos, make sure you follow me. I'm not like those other ladies. She's trying to prove herself at this point, which is another sign of being insecure. Let's go.
I don't care. Like, I will give you a compliment in a quick second.
In other words, she will give you a compliment in a quick second, so you should be quick to give her a compliment quick. This is all based on insecurity. Let's go.
But there's a lot of women that's not like that. There's
a lot of women that's not like that, meaning a lot of women online who is not like that. In other words, on her journey doing what she's doing on social media, she realized there's a lot of women who are hating on her. So what she's trying to do is get women to like her and not be hateful in terms of being jealous based on how she look. So basically, in her mind, she's saying, look, I know I'm better than you, right? I know I look better than you. I know I look good. So I need for you to not be jealous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to act like I am concerned. I'm going to act like I'm a nice person in hopes that you accept me, because I know normally you would hate me. I know normally when you look at me, you're going to get jealous. So rather than getting jealous, I'm going to act like I really care.
a lot of women that will turn their nose up at you, beef with you, not like you. So pretty girls have to be stiff. You have to be. Listen.
See, this is the problem. The so-called pretty privilege, the pretty so-called girl, she believed that somehow she is exempt from all of life's struggles. Modern woman, it doesn't matter how you look, right? It doesn't matter how you look. You got women that most would consider unattractive, and yet those be the women that have some of the best personalities. You know why? Because they realize that they have to exercise that which they have that can truly benefit the world. So they realize they're not a supermodel. They realize they don't have the best figure, but they worked on their personality. They worked on learning how to be social. They learned how to communicate. And when you're around these particular type of women, you see a great difference. You see that they're pretty confident in who they are, as opposed to the so-called pretty woman. She's mostly insecure. This is why I always told you, brothers, that some of the most attractive women be some of the most insecure women in the world. You understand? They're not sure of themselves, and they can't really trust nobody because everybody normally like them, not because of their personality, but rather because of their looks, which is very difficult for them because they don't know how to distinguish between when someone is genuine from when someone is just trying to manipulate them or get something out of them. So a lot of the people who like so-called pretty women or follow pretty women channels and you know, Instagrams and various other social media sites, most of them are following based on how a woman look. They really could care less about their personality. And the reason why most pretty so-called women are very insecure is because people who like them only like them based on their looks, and they're trying to get people to notice their personality in terms of who they are, but no one really cares because all the same, they all do the same thing in terms of just showing you their outer appearance. They don't know how to just tone it down. They're always trying to look their best on social media. And see, this is the problem with social media. Modern women try to look their best every day on social media, but when they're in their house, they're not really looking like that. This is why I'm trying to help you out to understand that you need to be yourself and stop wearing masks. A lot of women are wearing a mask. They're trying to act one way when they're around others, but in the closed doors behind their house, they're doing a whole nother thing. Remember, that's the same woman that got caught by her 4-year-old daughter with a so-called clipper, remember? So that's what she's doing behind closed doors, see? But she's talking about, let's talk about how you also get bullied for being pretty, as if though being pretty mean you don't get bullied. And it's really not about being bullied. The point is she just want private attention. You know what I mean? That's all it is. At the end of the day, she's not taking accountability for her own doing. A lot of young ladies when I was in school who thought they were the thing, they would literally try to get other girls mad. They would literally tell other girls, you're ugly, right to their face, because they thought that they were better than the other girls. And then when they get beat up and had their face scratched or cut with a razor, it was a whole different ball game. Because see, a lot of you brothers and you sisters, you don't understand, but a lot of women can be very brutal towards other women when it comes to, physical attacks and so forth, because women will attack another woman where it really hurts. And I've seen a lot of women, get disfigured because they thought they were so pretty, and they would, I guess, mock women in school, and to the point where they got jumped. And when they got disfigured, all of a sudden, all of that pretty girl privilege, all of that stuff went out the window. You know what I'm saying? So it's really all about how you carry yourself as a woman. Nobody just bully you to bully you. It is what it is. But everybody gets bullied. Just newsflash for everyone. Everybody got bullied at some point in their life. There's not one person that is walking the earth that have never been bullied. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, to me, it's a part of life. Like, it's a part of learning how to cope with society, because you're going to be bullied all through life, on the job, with your career, whatever you do. There's going to always be people that's going to try to put you down, prevent you from moving forward. They're going to do everything. But see, if you're born to do something, all you got to do is just keep shining. And the more you keep shining, the more you're going to keep rising. So let's listen to this one more time.
Nobody talks about the bullying that pretty girls go through. Like, growing up, I did not know that you get bullied just because you're pretty. And I grew up.
So how, so you just grew up oblivious to what goes on? So what you thought, because you're pretty, you're not supposed to go through anything? I mean, don't you know that if you have a nice exotic car parked outside in the hood and everybody else's car is trash, don't you know people are going to notice your car? They're going to want to know who's driving it. All of that type of stuff, because it stands out.
Very insecure, thinking that something was wrong with me. Like,
why would you feel insecure if you're pretty? See, the truth of the matter is, you can be pretty on the outside and be ugly on the inside. That's why you're insecure. See, a lot of you brothers and sisters got to understand that insecurity, it has a lot to do with how you feel on the inside, not the outside. You could be someone who have a lot of money, right? A lot of money, a lot of resources. You can literally walk into any store and buy whatever you want. Yet you can be extremely insecure. Why? Because you're not really happy with yourself. You can have all the designer clothes, designer watches, jewelry, cologne, perfume, whatever it is you have, and still be insecure. Why? Because of how you feel inside as a person. So what you feel like determines your level of confidence versus your level of insecurity. And a lot of it goes back to childhood trauma and the way you were brought up and different issues. Now, keep in mind, this woman that you see, she's a single mom, right, with kids. So when you really think about this, you being pretty don't really mean anything, because you still have no husband. You still claim to feel a certain type of way when men call you beautiful. And this all goes right back to just women being vain in terms of being haughty. This is why beauty is vain, because as a modern woman, you're just focusing on how you look. You don't ever focus on your spirit. You don't ever focus on your inside. And that's why you're dying inside. You're dying inside internally. On the outside, all the guys, they like you. Wow, look at her. She's so fine. She's so good. But inside, you crying at home. Why? Because you don't feel good about yourself. Because you know the things that you do. You know the way you live. You know what you do in secret. And it bothers you because everyone else like you based on what they see on the outside. But you know how you really are. And you're ashamed of that because you're like, damn, this brother right here is a good brother. He really liked me and stuff. But if he only know this is what I do on the side. And it bothers you, right? Because you're not true to yourself. See?
I thought I was ugly. I genuinely thought it was hard to hear the words, "You're beautiful," for a long time. Even
See? She thought she was ugly. How could you think you're ugly? How? How could you think you're ugly because you're being bullied? No, that's all cap. I'm not buying that. Because a lot of these young ladies are brutal. They really believe they the thing, right? And they'll flaunt it in everybody's face. And that's why they make themselves a target.
my adulthood, because I didn't know that was the reason. And I remember going to a new school, and girls wanted to fight me. They didn't like me for no reason. I never had a conversation with them. They just didn't like me. And a girl, actually came up to me and told me, she was like, "They don't like you because you're beautiful."
Now think about this. It took a young lady in school to tell her, oh, the reason why they don't like you is because you're beautiful. Where was your father? You see? See, this is the underlying issue that nobody wants to talk about. Where was your father and where was your mother to actually talk to you about why and how things are in terms of what you were going through? Where was your father? See, you had to get it from another student. And the truth is, you weren't being bullied because you're pretty. No. You were being bullied because you don't feel good about yourself. And the law of attraction came in and it gravitated towards you and it created a reality around you. And therefore, the same dysfunction that goes on in your home in terms of child abuse, neglect, parents not being there, no one showing you no love, that is the same type of energy that followed you all the way through school up to adulthood. And this is something that a lot of people don't understand about life.
And before that moment, it had never hit me that was the reason. And that also travels into adulthood.
See, this is bad because if you feel that all of these women are hating on you just because you're pretty or look good, that tells me that you're nothing, you're just arrogant. You really are. I mean, I could see right through this, because it's like it don't make her become responsible for how she treat others. Because it's going to make her go through life thinking that any woman that is negative towards her, hating on her, it's because she's jealous because I'm pretty. You see? And this is typical of the modern woman. This is why you can't tell them nothing. Because in their mind, they figure I'm pretty, I look good, I'm sexy, and they think they're going to live forever. They think they never gonna get wrinkled, they're gonna never get old. They get all these tattoos and they think they're gonna be just this youthful lady forever. A lot of you modern women, you're gonna look very crazy as you get old, especially the ones that got all them tattoos all over the place. I'll be 70 years old with a bunch of tattoos all over. I mean, really think about this, especially them sisters who get tattoos on their behind. Let's talk about that. You got these sisters out here, with wagons and fat behinds, and they'll get tattoos on their lower back, on their behind area, with like 2 eyes. 2 eyes on their cheeks. You know what I mean? They even got tattoos in other areas. Like weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? How that's going to look when you're 70 years old. And you got to go to the doctor for a physical. Doctor looking at you like, what? Why Granny got 2 eyes on her butt? Why Granny got a tattoo on her vajayjay? Where are all these tattoos? What? This is why beauty is vain, man. This is why. Let's go.
Because I'm friendly. I talk to anyone. I'm confident. I don't care.
That's one of the reasons why women become single mothers. Because they talk to Pookie and Ray Ray. You heard what she said. She says he talked to anyone. Which means she give anyone the time of day too. And this is why she got pregnant, got some kids, and the man is not around. Too friendly. Just a fact.
I will give you a compliment in a quick second.
See, she would give you a compliment in a quick second because she want you to give her compliments. What she really desires, people, is nothing but attention. I can see right through this.
But there's a lot of women that's not like that. There's a lot of women that will turn their nose up at you, beef with you, not like you. Some pretty girls.
Why do you care that they don't like you? Why? Because you want attention. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people that don't like me. Guess what? I don't care. I'm too busy living my life to be worrying about all these people that don't like me. I mean, for a person to sit there and think about me all day in terms of not liking me, that person really have no damn life. So why would I care? You know what I mean? I'm too busy focusing on my family, the things that I do, my talents, development, growth, enjoying my time here in this earth. These are the things that I'm focusing on. I don't have no time to be worrying about who don't like me. So for you to be worrying about these things, it goes back to a lot of insecurity. You want attention, bottom line. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say on this issue, man. You can leave your thoughts, feedback on exactly what you think of this. And it's just crazy. You know, pretty modern women think they're special at the end of the day. They think that they're not supposed to go through anything. They think they're supposed to get into all the parties for free because they figure I look good, so I deserve this. But what about the women that don't look like you? What about them? Should they get into the party for free or have to pay? See? So the truth of the matter is the pretty girl, she's only thinking about herself because she's selfish. And this is why beauty is vain. You know what I mean? Judge a woman by her character and her personality. Yeah, her looks matter because we are attracted to beauty and a woman that looks hot. But at the end of the day, as brothers especially, if you get with a sister, she could be pretty and all, and that might be nice. But when you start to learn how she really is, that's when it's going to be a turnoff to you, and you're going to realize she's really not all that pretty. So that being said, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support financially, you could do so at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw or via Cash App, $RingoTVRaw. Also follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw. Join me on patreon.com for exclusive content not seen on YouTube, patreon.com/blackmailadvicetv. That being said, I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTVRaw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Blackmail Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut.